Alright, so this is how you install a Dandelion chip, but there are other chips in the market that you may want to explore. But this is how you install a Dandelion if you should choose one. You can get them off eBay. Just search either Dandelion EOS or EURO EOS. They're both the same chip. They're made in Russia. But I would recommend the seller in Singapore. I think they're called Tagotech. So basically, you can use either this Gorilla Super Glue or this Crazy Glue Advanced. Both work about equally well. The key is actually if you're going to be attaching it when it's on the lens, for safety's sake, make sure that you can't have the chip fall into the optics and get some glue residue on them. So just kind of protect it a bit. But there is a little pocket at the bottom here. Before you put any glue on, feel how it fits in there. There's just a very shallow pocket that it fits into. You'll be pushing it into the upper right corner when you're looking at the pocket with it at the top of the lens, which is really the bottom of the lens, but it goes into this corner here. So you apply the glue, just a light layer, don't need it too much. Spread it a bit with the nozzle, and I would recommend also maybe a toothpick or something where you can really spread the glue out. Now there's no hurry when you're gluing, because the crazy glue type stuff doesn't really get set until you push it up against something. So take your time. For example, here I might not have put enough. I'm going to put a little bit more on this side. Try not to get too much on your finger so that when you're pushing it down, you don't spread it on the contact. But basically, a fairly nice thin layer all around type thing. Now the key will be to put the proper top corner in first, and find that pocket and you put it down, and then you make sure that the chip lines up with this radius. So push it into that pocket, make sure it lines up with that radius, and then for a few seconds, maybe with fingers that haven't been holding anything so you don't have any glue on them, you push down. Make sure there's no glue residue showing on the top. If there is, you can just use some fine steel wool and that'll clean it up. And basically your chip is installed. Now I don't really recommend chips so much anymore. They're handy, but they're not terribly accurate for focus confirmation. They're okay. Live view is much better, and getting a focus screen for your camera is much better as well. And the problem is when you're doing video with some of the newer bodies, the 7D, the C100 series, there's a loss of signal and it causes light spikes. So that's why I generally don't recommend them anymore, and they don't come with my kits anymore. So, but there's another chip out there called an Optics V6 or V5.5, I guess, and I haven't really played with it much, but I've heard good things. So you can try experimenting with different chips if you want. So now I'm going to show you how to program a Dandelion. I'm just going to make a new video for that.